those to set. All right, now we're live on the YouTube. All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Code for Boston. My name is Matt, and I'm on the core team here at Code for Boston, along with a lot of the folks that are listed as co-hosts. We got Thad and Annie and Harlan and Alex here tonight. Maybe one or two other folks. If you have questions or need help with anything, feel free to message one of them, and they will be more than happy to help you all. So the way this is going to work is we're going to have some opening remarks and announcements. Then we'll have project updates. And after that, everyone can get to hacking. But if you're new, new folks can stay in here. And Alex and I will do new member orientation so you can kind of understand where we are and what's going on. And then after that, folks will be pitching their projects to you all so you can decide where to go. So first and foremost, announcements. Make sure to read our code of conduct at codeforboston.org/code of conduct. The gist of the code of conduct is this is a safe and respectful environment. We expect you all to keep it that way, and we are empowered to enforce keeping it that way. So if you feel like you aren't being respected or it's not safe for some reason, talk to one of us on leadership, and we will be more than happy to take care of that for you. Next, just want to encourage folks to connect through our various social media and other avenues. We have a bunch of links on our site, and our email newsletter, of course, comes out every Wednesday. It includes things like job postings, copies of the project updates. So if you want to keep up to date with what's going on, subscribing to the email newsletter is a great way to do that. And also, if your friends want to learn about Code for Boston, they too can subscribe to the email newsletter and grow our community. Make sure to RSVP on meetup.com/code for Boston. Meetup is how a lot of folks learn about Code for Boston. And if you RSVP on Meetup, then it encourages the Meetup algorithm to better surface our Meetup for other folks that are interested in doing the sorts of work that we do. I will just add that I added the National Day of Civic Hacking event. I announced it to the meetup. So if you all could RSVP to that one specifically, if you're planning to go to the National Day of Civic Hacking, that'll help surface that larger event to that community as well. As we push things through. And I know Code for America is going to be promoting that as well. Also, want to let folks know that I always, or most of the time, remember to update codeforboston.org/room/CFB with the Zoom room. So if you have updates to give, just want to pop in and say hello, or you're a new member and need to get oriented, that is the place to be in order to get those things to happen. And then, of course, most of our collaboration happens over Slack, and you can get your invite to Slack if you're not on Slack yet at slack.codeforboston.org. So definitely encourage you to go there, enter your email address, and you'll be able to join all the rooms and share things with our community that way. Finally, we are a nonprofit, and so, we don't cost a lot of money to run, but it does cost some money to run, and we're mostly supported by individual donations. So if you want to donate, you can go codeforamerica.org/donate to a brigade. We also have sponsorship opportunities. So if you would like to sponsor a workshop, or if you have a sponsored job posting you want to put in the email newsletter, you can talk to Harlan or I about those opportunities, and we'll be more than happy to get those working for you. So upcoming events, National Day of Civic Hacking. Alex, do you want to talk about National Day of Civic Hacking?
Sure. National Day of Civic Hacking coming up on September 12th, 2020. We're in the process of pulling together several organizations, and hopefully they'll come and give us some fun activities to do throughout the day. If you don't care about Boston, which you should, You can go to Code for America, and they also are going to have some more events related to social safety nets and COVID response stuff. So there will be a whole lot of stuff to do on that day. So just come back and we'll show you what's going on.
Thanks, Alex. So that is National Day. Make sure to RSVP. We've also shared the official RSVP link from Code for America as well. And I'll make sure to re-up it in events if you haven't seen it. So then that way you can get registered. All right, so project updates. Let's start. So the folks at my city could not make it for the project updates tonight. So let's start with safe water.
Hey, what's up? So we have an admin panel now for our website. So now we can override some stuff. It's very exciting. And we also have a CLI that creates the database from nothingness. Which is really challenging because the way this has to work is it has to run on both Windows and Mac. It has to because we're giving it to other people, it has to run in a lot of systems. So really tricky stuff. And then this week, we're probably going to be doing a little bit of testing of that type of stuff and just adding a bunch of little miscellaneous type of tasks.
Awesome. Thanks, Daniel. Next is harm reduction.
Yeah, totally. So last week we kind of talked about the future of our project, and we think that we're getting closer to a consensus. So this week we're going to kind of discuss what we want to do moving forward and kind of make a plan as to the future of our project. So we're not taking new members tonight.
All right. Thanks, Maya. Next is Job Hopper.
Yeah, hi. So last week, the data and backend teams sort of worked on joining the data and the backend. And we started a prototype in a tool called Framer for the front end. And I think we're going to use React for the front end, and that some work in React will start tonight, as well as continuing work on the data and backend setup. So stuff is happening. I wish there was something to look at the moment, but maybe after tonight.
Awesome. Next up is Plog Along. Going once, going twice. I believe the Plog Along folks are somewhere out there, but maybe not at the Zoom announcements tonight. Clean Slate, you can go next.
Yeah. So the app team has been working on preparing our juvenile sealing app to be translated into Spanish, and they're going to continue working on that tonight. The data team is working on merging the expungibility eligibility criteria with the prosecution data sets and working through some merge issues there. So that's what they'll be working on tonight. If anyone's interested in helping out with the data teams, they're usually looking for new members. Or if you have any interest in solving a complex user experience problem, we're also looking for some help with that on the app team. That's what we got for tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeremy. And last but not least, windfall awareness.
Thank you, Matt. So last week, we worked on the getting the official Social Security calculator integrated, and it is finally in the code base for the JavaScript React app. And so that's really exciting. Though it works locally, it isn't quite working in Netlify, which is a cloud service that we use to do continuous building. And so we'll be working on making that making that come together this week. So it's kind of working on cleaning up our dependencies in our package JSON. And so that's a JavaScript project in React. And if you are interested to learn more about JavaScript, React, TypeScript, or how you put a C++ app into a JavaScript app, we are at a good place to learn about that. So join us. Thank you.
All right. Sounds like a lot of innovation to me. Thanks, Thad. So with that, if you already have a project, you can feel free to say goodbye and head off to hacking. New folks can stay in here. Enjoy the rest of your evening and happy hacking, everyone. And with that, I can end the screen share. I will end the stream.